Hi, we are going to talk right now about Biblionasium and how to join the class and what Biblionasium can do for you. So here we are in the library catalog, and notice that we're logged in. I have here my daughter's login. And I'm on the regular catalog page, but in order to use Biblionasium, I must go to Destiny Discover. So I'll choose that. And it's going to open up to a page that looks a little bit different from our usual catalog. Here I am in Destiny Discover. Once I'm here, I can always go back to the other page if I want. It's called Destiny. But when I'm in Destiny Discover, I can choose Biblionasium. And when I choose Biblionasium, it's going to open up a different tool. The very first time I open it up, I'm going to read the honor code, which is all about how to follow the rules on Biblionasium, about being kind and safe and honest. And after I've read that and agreed to it, I'll continue. And so here I am in Biblionasium. You can keep all your information. Okay, this is if I already have a Biblionasium account, so I'm going to say I don't need to connect any account. Okay, so here I am, and this is my news page. So down here, whenever I open Biblionasium, I'll see maybe something new that they thought would be fun. If I go to my home, that's where oh, sorry, this is my home. If I go to my books, that's where I will see my bookshelf, okay? I've got it clicked here to show hints because I'm just new to using it, so I'm going to keep the hints on at least until I'm very familiar with it. Okay, so this is where I can add books, and you can see it's very easy to add a book. I just search for it up here. Let's see, I'll search for The Girl in the Blue Coat. By the way, I can search for any book, not just books that are in our library. So I can find books, The Girl in the Blue Coat. Oh, it doesn't seem to be here. I'm going to add it here. The Girl in the Blue Coat. And I happen to know that that is a historical fiction book. I can add a description later. Oh, I can upload a picture. I might do that later. I'm just going to save it for now. While I'm here, I'm also going to add this one, Salt to the Sea. Notice, let's say that we have this, I read this book and I know that we don't have it in the library. I can add it to a wish list and tell the librarian to buy it maybe. Okay, the other thing I want to show you is here my group. And what you can do here is see what other people are reading that are in your same class. Okay, so your teacher will give you a code like up here, and that will enable you to join a class, and you'll get to see what other people in your class are reading. Okay, there's a reading log where I can keep track of all my different books that I've read if I want. There might be challenges here, so my teacher might make a challenge and I'll see if I can complete it. There's reading that others have suggested to me, like maybe my friend said, hey, you should try this book, or maybe the librarian recommended a book for me. So I can say, well, oh, look at this here, it says in or out. That means that we have the book in our library. Maybe there's some here that I've read. Oh my goodness, it's going fast. Let's see if I click this one here. I've read it, and I can add it to my shelf if I want. Even though it's out, I can still add it to my shelf to show that I've read it. So here it says, I have read it. Good, I'm going to add it to my shelf and see if it should show up. I can also do reviews and recommend books. So let's go to my books. Here's the one I just added, and I can click it, and let's say, okay, I've added it there. Now I have a little bit more time. I want to do a review. So I can do a review of it here. I can give it some stars and so forth, write a little bit about it. I can have a personal note, like let's say I write a review and in the personal note I say something like, I didn't like the part when, something bad happened, and I don't want other people to see that because maybe it's going to spoil it, so I can put it as a personal note. I can recommend it to people, so I can recommend it to a friend, teacher. Okay, I want to be a little bit cautious about recommending. Most of the people in our school are not using Biblionasium, so if I recommend a bunch of books to Mr. Bowman, he's probably never going to know that, so I don't want to waste my time. I can log it. Let's say I read it and I want to add it to my reading log. Yes, I finished it. So there's lots of things I can do here if I want. One of the main things I want everybody to be doing is adding books to your shelf, and that way we can see exactly what you've been reading easily. Okay, of course you're going to want to make yourself an avatar, and that's a fun thing to do. It's always a good idea to have an avatar. You can go through and check out your, have a new background. I mean, there's just so much you can do here. Okay, and that change the background over here. Okay, as you go, you're going to pick up badges. Those will show here. These are things that you still need to try to get. Ooh, 25 books. Everybody wants to have that one by the end of the year. Okay, so anyway, that's just a little bit about how it works, and I hope that you enjoy it. Remember, the way to get there is from the library catalog using the Destiny Discover Biblionasium link. Okay,